Hello, this is Mars Lab at BBL Lab, and today we're doing something a little different. I'm sure you've noticed we've got a YouTube video today, and this YouTube video, we've already seen the title, is on the one, the only, the top British basketball prospect in the country right now, Cameron Hildreth. So I'm sure everyone has heard his name at the minute. He's been killing it for about 2-3 years. To everyone's knowledge now. He's amazing. He's a guard, point guard, 6'5". He's athletic. He can play the defense, and he can hit a shot. So, we're gonna take a look at his stats, and then I'm gonna talk about what I think of him, and then everyone give me your opinion in the comments as well. So, we're gonna take a look at his first year in the Division 1 NBL for the Worthing Thunder. 2019-20. So here are his stats. He played 20 games. He started 12 of them. He played around 30 minutes. 20.6 points per game. 6 rebounds. 3 assists. And about a steal a game. 52% on the floor. 42% from 3. They're pretty good numbers for a 17-year-old. A 17-year-old that's going up against men, by the way. Grown men. So, props to him. He's, like I said, he's a great player. And when you're putting up 20 points per game against grown men as a 17-year-old, you've got to have some sort of talent. You're not doing that for you're not doing that for nothing. So yeah, and then moving on to this year in the NBL, and then we'll move over to the BBL and various tournaments, etc. NBL Division 1 for the Worthing Thunder. This season, before he moved off to Surrey, 6 games, he started 5 of them. He had a minutes increase, 33.5 minutes, 26.5 points per game, 4 assists, 7.7 rebounds, and 2.5 steals a game. His 3-point percentage took a hit. So did his free throw percentage. I don't know what's happened there, but I'm sure as a pro he knows that. I'm sure he knows that himself, and I'm sure he's working on that. That's what these great players do. He's a great player. So this kid's good. He's cooking everyone. Everyone that tries to come his way, he does a job against them. It's like I'm a Giants fan, and the Giants played the Surrey Scorchers recently on Sky. And Cameron Hildreth's matchup when he was on the court was Sam Cassell Jr., the son of NBA champion Sam Cassell. And Cam, well, for one, he won the game, and 2, he handled that matchup, relatively well. So it shows he got some experience, and in fact I'm going to read out the stat line for that game. But so yeah, 17 points, 4 steals, 4 assists, and yeah, 17 points, 4 steals, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds, and he won the game by about 8 points. That's very good, because bear in mind that Surrey team at that time, they were kind of finding the feet, but they weren't great, But yeah, this kid, yeah. So yeah, that's his D1 stats. So another time I watched him play live. I've only watched him play live once. I've watched him on TV since he came to the Scorchers. I've tried to watch Scorchers game because since I found out about Cam, I wanted to see how he does. So in the last year, January the 5th, 2020, he played the Manchester Giants in the cup in the BBL Trophy, and this was just after the Adidas Next Generation tournament in Belgrade, and he was like player of the tournament, or he was like top 5 or something like that, and he was balling over there, and that's when his name was starting to get out, and people were recognizing him on social media and all this, So let's read that stat line for that game, because I always go to the Giants game, but I went to that game and I was excited to see Cam. Although I wanted to see the Giants, obviously, I wanted to see how Cameron Hildreth played. And Cameron Hildreth played well. 17-year-old, double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds. As a guard, 4 assists, 2 steals. We covered his 3-point struggles. He went 0 for 4, but I'm sure he's going to work on that. And then he played 20 days later against Solent Kestrels, who, although they're in the NBL, they're basically a BBL team. You know, they got the quality for it. 19 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 40% from 3. So it shows he can do it, and 83% from the free throw line. And that's where his struggles are for me watching his game. So, you know, he's been killing it. And the thing is with Cam, he's got this size, you know, he's 6'5" and he's a guard and he's got guard tendencies, you know. It's not like he's going to be moved over to the small forward or whatever. He can play as a guard and he's a good athletic guard. So moving over to this season, in his debut against the Thames Valley Cavaliers, he just lost to them. Thames Valley Cavaliers as a Worthing Thunder player a couple of weeks before this. Yeah, debut for the Surrey Scorchers. Tight game. Surrey are down by 1, 4 seconds to go. Creon calls a timeout. Cameron Hildreth's on the court. Cameron Hildreth is the guy that the ball's going to. Creon draws up the play for Cam. Cam drives. He wins the game and sends the Scorchers to the next round. On his debut, this is an 18-year-old kid making his debut for a professional basketball team. He got something like 26 points that game. You know, I don't know what else you need me to say to show you that. This kid's got talent. This kid's got talent. He's been doing it since then, you know. I'm gonna read out his stats now for the season. So his stats, right? He is averaging. This is his first year pro, against pro players, and the league, the BBL, bear in mind, is very competitive right now. 23 minutes. He's mainly coming off the bench. 9.3 points per game. The 3-point percentage. 14.3, so we've already been over. We might need to improve that. Basically 5 rebounds and 3 assists. The free throw percentage as well, But I'm sure he knows that, and I'm sure he's working on that, And I'm sure he's been told by the people around him, by the team he's got, you're a great player, but come on. And Cam is a great player. Like when I'm saying this about a shot, that isn't me, discrediting him. That's just me saying, oh, you're great, but it could be this. And he's a great player. He's an amazing player. So this kid's got talent, but the only thing is, there's a lot, it seems, on social media by myself as well. There's a lot of pressure on him and Jeremy Sochan, if I'm saying his name right, who took the Polish nationality or something like that, and there's reasons behind that with GB, but we're not going to get into that. This is, we talk about Cam. It seems like there's a lot of pressure on him to spearhead British basketball. He's going to Wake Forest next year. Wake Forest is one of the top colleges in the NBA. The likes of Chris Paul, Tim Duncan, these top NBA players went to Wake. So, yeah, but it seems like there's a lot of pressure on him to kind of grow British basketball and spearhead British basketball. And I can understand it from a fan's perspective, but this is a young kid who's playing basketball, and he's a great player. He can do it very well. So, yeah. So it's been a quick video, but it's I'm gonna say my opinion on this great basketball player, Cameron Hildreth, and he's balling out for Surrey. In fact, just Sunday, the 28th of February. So I'm gonna set the scene. Surrey Scorchers, right? They're up 12 with 2 minutes to go. Yeah, 12. They're up by 12. Cheshire make a comeback. Cheshire get it to a 2-point game with about 10 seconds. But it's Cheshire's ball. So Cheshire need a 3 to win the game. By the way, this is a game which is very important for both teams if they want to make the playoffs. So these two teams, the likes of Bristol with the likes of Manchester and Worcester, are those teams that are fighting for that 8th and 7th spot. So Mike McCall Jr. advances the ball. Mike McCall Jr. advances it over half court. I think it's Mike or Karam Ross, drive to the kid to then kick it out to the left corner. So they kick it out to the left corner. It is an open shot. Cameron Hildreth appears out of nowhere and swats it away. Surrey win the game. And this was in like 2 steps or something. Like he got, he's big, and yeah. So and the clips will be on screen now, for you to watch. Yeah, so I think this kid's great, and I'm sure everyone knows it. But I just felt like voicing my opinion on him and basically telling you how good he is. It'd be great if he could come on BBL Lab sometime. Have a conversation. I've had a brief conversation with him on the BBL show. But yeah, so that's the end of the first BBL Lab video, I guess. Yeah, remember to follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. Check out my website. It's bbl.lab on Instagram, bbl_lab on Twitter, and bbl-lab.online for the website. And then if you want to listen to the podcast, it's BBL Lab. If you want to watch the podcast, it's on the YouTube channel. So remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and share it, and turn on notifications, I guess. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for tuning in.